Yeah, bam, we're live. I guess as long as the sun doesn't come in. If the sun, hey, Haley, if the sun comes in, I might ask you to lower those blinds. I think the switch is over there on that wall, or over there. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot. Good morning, Kenneth DeLapp. What's up, dude? Corey, hi. Ernie, hi. Marisa, Hinojosa. Marco Calderon. Oh, Calderon. Jeffrey Birchfield. White. Natalie White. What are we celebrating? I don't know. Is it what's the title of the show? Oh, The Good Life. What are we celebrating? We can celebrate some shit. We can have a day of love and peace. We can talk about, we can talk about how much fun everyone's having. We can talk about how none of the stuff we talk about on this show regarding CrossFit is really that big of a deal. We can talk about like think about just what a beautiful life Cooper Marsh lives. He's doing something he loves, raising a family. Seems like a wholesome guy. Doesn't wear a lot of face makeup. Helping athletes, realize their dreams. We can talk about how cool John Wellborn is. 48 years old, trying to stay healthy. Kind of in the second, third term of his life, had a great NFL career. Now raising kids, having fun on the internet. We can talk about how cool technology is. It's racing. It's racing, and we're all utilizing it and having fun. There's no real beefs. No one's fighting over a steak. We can talk about, how excited Eric Rosa was to buy CrossFit and just miscalculated. And, he adopted 2 kids, 3 kids, divorced his wife. She's with a younger dude, but he's still chugging along, doing his thing, playing music, sharing good vibes. Matt Fraser's having his second kid. Or did he have it already? Getting a big dose of reality, bringing grandchildren to his parents. Rich Froning doing Leadville for the second time and being like, okay, I had my fill. The excitement over that Scott Vandersloot's having over at Mayhem. It's never the same. They get to, everyone's being given new challenges. He's got the NorCal, no, not the NorCal, what do they do at Mayhem? The Mayhem semifinal. What do they call it? The Mayhem Classic. Jake's having a birthday, living on an island out in the middle of the Atlantic. Jake Chapman. Happy birthday, Jake Chapman. Peter and Souza started a new agency, talent agency. Matt Souza, Pedro White. God, if athletes start jumping on board with that, the balance of power will get really, really, really lopsided. Colton Mertens single-handedly keeping the excitement in the sport of CrossFit, a beacon of light, having fun, doing all the things he needs to do, being clean, going on all the shows, performing at the highest level, raising wiener dogs. Yeah, the simulation's going. It's fun, right? We're free to walk around outside. The air's clean. My coffee's hot. Yeah. Wow, look at this name. I've never seen this name before. Sorry I'm late. Won't happen again. No problem, Josh. I've never seen you before. What is that, a picture of when you're half between man and half werewolf? Joff Dillenbeck. We have a Disseldinger and a Dillenbeck. You may sit. You seem down. No, I'm not down. Not at all. Not at all. I was just talking. So, it's funny. Maybe I am down. I don't know if down's the right word. I was just thinking. One of my friends is going through some really fucking harsh shit. Um, Ironically, it's a friend of all those people I mentioned too. Probably, he's a dear friend to a lot of people, and he's just going through some hard shit. He's fucking warring with cancer. It came out of nowhere. So I was thinking about him this morning, and then a dear friend of Taylor's died, killed himself 2 or 3 days ago. And I was just thinking, holy shit. And I've just been having a blast doing podcasts and sitting in Greg's pool all day, throwing my kids, working out in his garage. Just the different cycles of life that everyone's living. I was just thinking about it a lot this morning. Not in a I wasn't getting depressed or sad, but it's just a lot. It puts things in perspective, right? Think about how excited Will Morad is. How fun. Like picture, I was just thinking, like, or I wasn't just thinking, I'm going to empathize. If I was Will right now, how excited I would be. I'm organizing a really cool, big event. Something I've dedicated 10, 15 years of my life to. People who are my close friends, I'm giving them opportunity. Helping people and giving them opportunity, man. It's an awesome feeling. He has resources. The stress Will's feeling now is probably not like around resources. Not like you go to the store and you're like, shit, should I buy eggs or should I buy peanut butter for my kids? But the stress of, like a lot of people have faith in him. There's a lot of eyeballs on him, a lot of pressure on him. He's got an uphill battle, but something really, really fun. Marco Calderon. Suicide is not the end to go. Not the way to go. My Gulf Coast shrimp trawler pension is paying dividends income. Standy, did you serve in the fleet? Yeah, I feel that. I'm really I rely so much on dividends. Don't get diamonds. Don't get diamond hands. You can always buy back in. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know. What did Jody say? So sorry. Sad stories. Put our lifestyle in perspective. Yeah, totally right. WBL Fire Festival. Oh, is that the one that guy Mr. Scott did that went into chaos? I don't know. I think the WBL will be fine. They'll run it for a couple years. A bunch of the athletes will make good money. Some people will have fun. Then they'll decide and then they'll roll it back to something small. You know what I mean? Like a yearly event. It'll be cool. It's fine. It's all good. I just redid 25.2 so I can beat your score. Thanks for the motivation. Oh, great. Fuck you. I get tired so quick. I wrote this whole workout that I was going to do yesterday, and at the end, I was going to do some heavy deadlifts. And I just can't do. I just don't. I don't know. I just lost motivation. What did I end up doing yesterday? I did a little assault bike. Oh, I did shoulder presses. I did shoulder presses, and then I did 30 burpees as fast as I can. That's it. Then I was going to do deadlifts. And I'm like, nah, I'm done. I'm hurt. I'm wounded. Yeah. Barclay, I'm having so much fun, aren't you, Sevon? I'm having so much fun. I'm constantly stimulated and titillated and tantalized and yummified. And one of the best things about having this podcast is there are, and the fact that you guys have kept this thing growing every single day now for 4 years. Every day I just get a little, there's just always this trickle of something new coming in. There's always something new I see in my DMs, in my inbox, in my emails, calls we get, opportunities that we have. And what's even better, what's the best part is most of it I don't even have to like interact with. I'm just kind of along for the ride because Sousa does most of the interactions. So it's cool. It's really, really cool. And I really like both the guests I had this week. That Mike Adela guy, the guy who lifts stuff up with one hand and also does crazy endurance races, and then the slap fighter dude. Oh, Haley. Today's we're gonna have to get one in today. It's time. Holy fuck. Traveling stuff. Up on the old regiment. The old standy regiment. All right. Today after the show, episodes 1, 2, and 3 will go live momentarily. Episodes 1, 2, and 3 will go live momentarily after the show today. Nope, I don't take any. Oh, actually, I do take pills. You know what I did? I hadn't taken fish oil in years and years and years. And on this trip, I decided for some reason, I think it was because I forget what my logic was. My logic, I think, was that it was going to be really dry in Arizona, which it is. Poor Avi, his lips are so chapped. He looks like the Joker. And I bought a bottle of Thorn fish oil. So I've been trying to take 2 to 4 fish oil every day. Two when I wake up and 2 when I go to sleep. But other than that, no real. Oh, and I've been taking some magnesium. Usually when I'm at home, if I'm going to go on a pill rampage, I do vitamin C. But this trip, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll try some. I'll try fish oil and magnesium. That's what I'm doing. No Viagra. Put coconut oil on the lips. What do you think about that, Haley? Coconut oil on his lips. I mean, dude, it's bad. He's constantly licking his lips and constantly rubbing his face, and his whole shit in the front is swollen like the Joker. I mean, I'm thinking about castor oil, so I'm thinking about making a clip of it and sending it to HQ. I think that's what Cooper does whenever anything pisses him off. Make a clip and send it to HQ. Cooper, stop doing that. You guys stop doing that stuff. It's not helping anyone. You're just, you know what you guys are doing when anyone tattles to HQ. For those of you who have kids, that's how I'm sure that's how HQ takes it. You're just causing them stress. It used to be like that at CrossFit too. I learned that quickly with Greg. If you tattled on someone, you're annoying him. You're annoying people when you tattle on them. So when my kids come and tattle, it's like I'm like frustrated with both of them. Like, yo, just chill. Why are you tattling? I saw let me see if it's still up. Someone sent me a screenshot. Let me see. It's Wooly Mammoth. John Woolley made a post. Let me see if I can find it. See. I think he mentions Hiller in it. Oh, here it is. So maybe I should pull up this post first. Did you guys see Andrew Hiller's post? It looks like I've had this has happened to me before too. HillerFit Instagram. This happened to me before too. Haynes and Emily did this to me once. Jeffrey Adler's latest WBL video has been taken down due to a copyright claim from CrossFit. So I didn't see the video, but I guess Heber and Mars, who are not doing the Open, made a video about Jeffrey Adler, and I'm guessing, I don't know for sure, that it was on the WL YouTube page. And then this came up. This video is no longer available due to copyright claim by CrossFit LLC. It's interesting that YouTube puts that out like that. I think that's YouTube. That's not Instagram, right? And I guess they used a bunch of footage from the CrossFit Games, and CrossFit didn't like someone who's running events at the same time as them using footage to promote their event. And then, shit, I just lost that. And then afterwards, Mr. Woolley posted this. Any ideas on how I can cure my cancer and prevent myself from committing suicide? Oh, no, this isn't that serious. Any ideas why, this is called Send Me an Anonymous Message. It's something that Woolley does a lot, I guess. And it says, any ideas why CrossFit put a strike on the WBL video of Adler, or is it just the usual pettiness? Boy, I don't think, so just so you know, yeah, I agree with, it's just business, not pettiness. Yeah, to call it pettiness is stupid. There were times when I worked at CrossFit, where we would get people for trademark infringements, and I would be like, hey, why don't we let that one slide? And the lawyers would always remind me, and I would always forget this, that if you don't protect your copyright, you'll lose your copyright. If you don't protect your trademark, you'll lose your trademark. Because if someone's using your trademark or your copyright, and then you let it slide, and then someone else is using it, and then you try to ding them for it, they could theoretically take you to court and be like, hey, they're not enforcing their trademark and their copyright. And that can hold some water, and that's really important that CrossFit doesn't lose that. So even the dumbest little things, they have to go after. And they prefer to go after the dumbest little things instead of having to fight someone. Like let's say Nike decided to use the CrossFit trademark or copyright. They could fucking, in CrossFit, sued them and told them not to. If Nike for some reason had a wild hair up their ass and they're like, well, this court case is going to cost us $3 million, but we're going to sell $50 million in shit using it, then they'll just take it to court. For them, it's just algebra, right? So it's better to fight the little things, so that when if anything big comes along on the horizon, it's easy to fight. And then Willie goes on, he says it's just business, not pettiness. I agree with that. Then he says, I don't know the reason, but it's most likely would be for using footage obtained during the CrossFit Games, which has a contract attached to it. And I think what I'm hearing through the chat on the internet is that it wasn't like 6 seconds or 5 seconds, but it was minutes and minutes and minutes of footage. And then on top of that, you have the WBL, who is not in good contact with CrossFit, and who is clearly throwing events during the same time as the Open and Rogue and the semifinals and the games. You have to imagine then all of a sudden CrossFit's obviously going to see you as a competitor. And then it's during this year when so many athletes are supposedly retiring, but yet we're seeing them show up at the WBL. And then he writes, it's their right to protect their brand name. This isn't the one I saw. There's a different one. Oh, it's this one. This is the one that I saw. And then someone writes, with CrossFit going after the Adler WBL video and Hiller being happy about it. I don't know if Hiller's happy about it. Do you think it's a bit two-faced, as all the talking heads in the space have been wanting WBL to say it's CrossFit? I mean, you can say, I don't think there's anything to stop anyone from saying the word CrossFit. It's how you use it. I don't think like they can't stop me from saying it on this show. They could stop me if I called it the I don't even know if they could stop me if I called it I don't know what I don't know what they can stop, but it's not like they can stop people just from using the word CrossFit. It's not they don't own they can't stop you from thinking about it, and they can't stop you from uttering it. If you're selling something, you can't say these are CrossFit shoes unless you get approval from CrossFit. You can't say this is a CrossFit fitness event. You can't say this is like the CrossFit WBL. You can't say that. I think you could say you couldn't call it, hey, join the CrossFit WBL event and then have it in your write-ups. But I think you could say, what's the obvious that, hey, this is a CrossFit, this is a the athletes here will be performing CrossFit. You just can't say it's a CrossFit event. I think you can say, hey, the best CrossFitters in the world will be competing at our WBL event. And I don't think you can trademark a workout. I mean, everyone uses Murph. I haven't asked Andrew if he's happy about it, so I can't say that's true. CrossFit is very inconsistent in how they defend themselves online, so it will be interesting to see if they do it more of it. I would I could see his perspective on that inconsistent, but I don't think it's inconsistent. I think it's just that it's a full-time gig. Like if you go to Amazon right now and type in the word CrossFit, you'll probably find someone who's using the trademark illegally. And then if you wanted to, you could send a letter to the attorney there at CrossFit General Counsel, and they'll respond to you and be like, okay, thank you. And then within a few weeks, you'll see it pulled down, maybe even faster, sometimes in the same day. Like if someone says, these are the ultimate tool for CrossFit training, and you have some like wrist wraps, they'll put the kibosh down on those people. I mentioned a week ago, and they have to do that because they're trying to say, let's say a sponsor is giving them money to be the official wrist wraps for CrossFit. That's how CrossFit's making money. They invest all that time and energy into building CrossFit and sustaining it, and then someone else is going to use the name to push their shit forward. I mentioned a week ago, I felt CrossFit would get more aggressive in their coming months, and anyone not in their good graces, needed to fear retribution. I've never known CrossFit to do retribution. It's funny that you hear that word. I wouldn't even say when Haynes and Emily gave me my 2 copyright strikes, I don't think it's retribution. At most, it's like this. If you have a cool neighbor, like I have a really cool neighbor at my house. And one day he's a contractor, and it was during a heavy rain, and my roof started leaking, and I called the guy, and he came over in the middle of the rain, got on the roof with his son, and they patched it. Then the next week when they're having a fucking massive party and it's 4 in the morning and I can't sleep, I'm cool. I'm cool. And if there's a broken bottle, they're in front of my house in the morning, they're over there sweeping the glass up, I'm cool. I have no issues with people having relationships. What some people call it nepotism. I have no issue with people having relationships. And the WBL has affiliated themselves with a shit ton of athletes who've been very aggressive towards CrossFit and very unappreciative of what CrossFit's done for them and the opportunities it's given them. So why would they want to bend over backwards for that? Why would they want to look the other way for that? I don't think it's retribution. Not even a little bit. I do think that Wooly is really pissed that Dave blocked him and that he's an affiliate, and for some reason he thinks as an affiliate Dave shouldn't block him. And it's not like I don't think it's fucked up rationale on Woolie's part. I'm not like, I think it's fucking ridiculous to be worried about anyone who blocked you. Anytime I hear anyone say anything like, but he blocked me, or can he unblock me, or maybe it's just because I'm old, but that's just such weirdo shit. That just stinks of like utter weakness to me. But he had a meme account with 500,000 followers in the space. Woolie plays the game too. When people are nice to Woolie, Woolie's nice to them. When it's convenient for him, he has no problems going after Greg. And then when Emily Kaplan from Metfix cozied up to him, he had no problem being cool with Greg and Metfix. And I'm the same way. Someone's cool to me, I'm cool to them. You start acting like a dick, then I can start acting like a dick too. There's a hierarchy of being a douche. It's a little gay. It's more than a little gay. Being worried about someone blocking you is crazy. Hey, almost noticing that someone blocked you is pretty gay. I give Woolie a pass on that though, obviously, since Dave's got a big account in the space and there's a lot of shit going on over there. I can give Woolie a pass on that. But anyone else, like, you have to say something. I was in my comments the other day arguing with someone in my DMs, and then the person said, "I feel sorry for your kids," and then I didn't respond. I just blocked them. Like, as soon as you mention my kids, you're blocked. Done. And it's not because I'm trying to punish them. It's just that I don't have an emotional I'm not emotionally in control of that. Everything else I feel pretty emotionally in control of. But my wife and kids, probably not so much. Like, I could do something irrational. I don't want to do that. I just don't want to be put in that situation. If you want to call me fat or humble or ugly or I suck Dave's dick, I'm cool. I'm emotionally good with that. I don't want to be involved in something that's going to make me like, yeah, I cry on air. All that shit. I hate crying on air. God, I hate it. I judge other people so hard when they cry on air. Fucking hate that shit. So there's that. Okay. We'll get to the fun stuff. Oh, we'll get to the fun stuff. I don't know what's going on at CrossFit's social media, but all of a sudden Instagram at CrossFit is like the best it's been in 5 years. I don't know what the fuck happened over there. You maybe just give all the props to Jenna Haka.
I'm hard on myself, probably more so than anyone else.
It's all upstairs. If I believe I can do it, I'm gonna do it.
There is nobody on the floor I would rather beat than the two of them. I will sell my soul to not lose to them.
25.3. Me, Dallin, and Jason are all going head to head to head.
I've never done an open announcement. I'm not trying to start 0-1.
I live in Jason Hopper's head rent free.
I would say that Dallin and James push me more than anybody else.
But James, you've only ever beaten me once.
We could all stand on top of the podium this year. It's very likely.
I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure I win.
Ooh, I guess Dallin still is in it. Dallin will be on the show.
I'm hard on myself, probably more so than anyone else.
Dallin will be on the show Thursday morning, along with Kevin Ogar. Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy. I guess he's still doing it. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on with him. But man, the social media and the hype is great. Dallin, Jason, and James. James is in a fucked up situation because he won the games, and it's kind of like the guy who ran the first 4-minute mile. I know that example is used a lot, and then he ran it, and then a week later someone else ran it, and it's like, oh shit, it's possible. That's what's happened. James has set this bar And now Dallin and Jason are like, okay, we can do it. Like, they probably thought they could do it already, but this really made it doable. They're like, okay, anything's fucking possible. Because I think between all three of those guys, all three of them think that they're better than the other two. So anything that one of them can do, the other two are like, yeah, I could do that too if he can do it. It's going to be savage. And then, of course, if Jeffrey goes to the games, it's going to be good. I'm really excited about the Open. There's two things that need to be said. 25.2 needs to be called Colton. That workout, what we saw yesterday, yesterday Taylor and I watched Colton's entire workout. That was, I can't say I can't say I really, there's very few workouts like I'm like, wow, I'm really, really enjoying watching this. Very few. Usually it's just the end of the workout I like. One of the workouts I like watching, that workout that a lot of my friends take shots at, the run 10 rope climbs. You know that one that they do at the semifinals where they run back and forth on the field and they do rope climbs? I love watching that workout. I don't know why my friends hate that workout. I love watching that workout. It's such a fucking cool race. I love that race. But I was truly blown away at Colton yesterday. It was 4 minutes of just like your mouth is open. You can't even fucking believe what you're seeing. The amount of output is nuts. They have to call 20. That workout has to be called Colton. We should go to change.org or something. Where do the fucking libtards go when they want something? Change or GoFundMe or something? We should do GoFundMe or change.org or something. Yeah, Julia Cook. It was insane. It was insane. That workout needs to be, that workout 25.2 has to be called Colton. And you know, that workout's going to come back again. And I don't know what they're going to do. I'm guessing they're just going to make it heavier. You know, that workout's coming back again. I'm guessing it's going to be 95, 125, 145. I mean, they're going to have to make it heavier. The Iron Hog. I could see them calling it that, the Iron Hog. It's so worth spending 4 minutes and going over to Colton's account and watching that. It's so worth it. It is truly. It's as good as watching a guy pole vault and set a world record, or a guy do the triple jump or the long jump. I mean, it is his transitions, how fast he moves, the 135, the heavy breathing. CrossFit should get that. CrossFit should put that on their website. They should grab that. They should ask Colton, hey, can we have that? That needs to be, if I was on the media team, I would ask him for that, and I would fucking immortalize that shit on our account. Did you see the Iron Hog logo on the end of his barbell? Maybe. I kind of fast forwarded over that beginning part. Jackie Hanfield. Mertens could have done that workout, took 2 minutes rest, do it again, and still would have beat my time. I know. I was guessing for me to do that workout, it would take me fucking 40 minutes. And he did it in 4 minutes. It was nuts. And then the other thing that they have to do, I don't know how they're going to fucking do this, but they have to bring Colton tomorrow to New York. I do not know how you don't walk him out there. They have to. You know what? I'm gonna actually hold on one second. I wonder if he would stream that live. I'm gonna ask him. That should be when he does 20. What is it? 25.3. Hey, dude. would love to stream 25.3 live with you. Maybe he can't do it. Oh, maybe you can't. So people don't see your score. Oh, Andrew. I meant to send that to Taylor. I meant to send that to Taylor. It's about the dead guy. I shouldn't have picked up my phone. Now I'm checking all my text messages. I wonder if all these people aren't going to Albany now. I wonder if Buttery Bros aren't going to the games now. I wonder if all these people who didn't do the open, like Tommy and Shawnee and Lauren and the Buttery Bros and what's the dude with autism's name that Taylor doesn't like? The stats guy. I wonder if he's not going. I wonder what's going to happen there. They're still covering all the events, right? They're still like, oh, let me see what this says. Oh, shit. I said maybe you can't, so people won't see your score. And Colton responded with, they can't beat it anyway. Jesus criminy. Fucking nuts. We're so lucky we have him. Isn't it weird? The timing of him is perfect. Colton and Miriam could each win $30K. That's what you get for winning the Open, $30K. And then what's going to happen? I wonder. Isn't Brian always talking about how he goes to all the events? He's going to go to all the events except the most premier, prestigious event in the space, the CrossFit Games. I wonder if they're going to. There have been years when I worked there where we just wouldn't let people in. I remember one year Rob Wolf was kicked out. Dave told him he couldn't come, and then Greg still invited him. And then Dave found out he was there, and Dave sent over security, and they booted him. I wonder if those people will just not even be let in. I mean, I don't want to say if you're not with us, you're against us, but I think it's fair to say those people are against it. I don't think it's that they're not with them. I think that they're just straight up against it. Rob Wolf strong as fuck. Rob Wolf is strong as fuck. Oh, typo. Rob Wolf's the LMNT guy. Made a killing, huh? Something happened to Arm & Hammer. I think I want to say I think Dave tried to ban him from the games, but I think it didn't work. I don't remember the details on that. I used to never watch any outside media. When I worked at CrossFit, I hadn't actually even never been to Reddit once. I never saw those shows. The Barbend Barbell, the three guys who stand up with microphones. I think CPT was part of them, and then one of the guys passed away. I didn't watch Arm & Hammer's show. Were those the two big shows? Arm & Hammer's show. I never watched any of those shows even once. I wasn't into like that format. Basically, the format I'm doing. Barbell Shrugs. Is that what it was? That's what the three guys stand around. They were cool dudes. I think the one episode that caught my attention is they went to Rich's barn. And I just remember they had these microphones on stands and they were all standing around and Rich was talking to them. Armin got the boot mid-podcast. Oh, he was doing a podcast live from the games and he got the boot? Jesus. How successful were those podcasts? Were those podcasts huge? Because who were they the only two in the space at the time? I think people really liked that show, Barbell Shrugged. I want to say that Andrew Hiller said he saw every episode. Shrugged was massive. Philip Kelly, I watched Barbell Shrugged. Yeah, none of that shit made it onto my radar. I was too busy. I just had my head down and I was grinding. And every once in a while I didn't hear too much stuff about Barbell Shrugged, but every once in a while I would hear about this thing called Reddit. By the way, have you seen the Reddit founder's Armenian and he's married to Serena Williams? Have you guys look at this. Serena Williams crip walked for the culture and then went home to this guy. This is pretty funny. I would definitely stand next to that dude with my shirt off at the beach. This is such a crazy fucking photo. That body is so crazy. That's veal. Isn't veals those a baby cow that they put a strap under its stomach and hold it up, right? So that it doesn't ever have to use its muscle, and then somehow that makes the meat better. Serena Williams crip walked for the culture. So remember, the Crips killed Serena's sister, and then she did the crip walk at the Super Bowl this year. And she's saying she did it for the culture and then went home to this guy. I swear to God, but that's what my body would look like if I didn't find CrossFit. That body is crazy. Serena looks absolutely amazing there. Even though I'm not a fan of tube top bathing suits. I mean, dude, that's not even sloppy. That's I don't know what to say about his physique. It's just completely. Do you remember those kids in high school who they wouldn't go outside and they just wanted to be really paley white? What did they called them goths? I don't know if that's still a thing, but there were these kids at my school and under no circumstance were they allowed to get sun on them. It was like part of their trip. And they wanted to be so pale white. Like the whiter you were, the better it was. They loved being just super pale white. He's kind of like that, but with muscle. It's almost like if he had a stapler on his desk and he wanted to use it, he would ask someone else to push the stapler down because he wouldn't want to build any tone. I mean, dude, that's more than a tech nerd, isn't it? It almost looks like you have to go out of your way to be that soft. Yeah, his nipples and belly look like an emoji. Yeah, he looks like an emoji. He looks like a chewed bubblegum find on the subway railing. Yeah, it's not even that he's fat. It's that he's like almost like he's been in bed for like 6 months, like and he couldn't do anything. I mean, look at his forearms and his triceps and his biceps. It's all just one diameter. Yeah, unused. It's an unused body. That's what it is. I don't know if it's gross. I'm kind of enamored by it. Soft is the word. But it's more than soft. It's the veal of a human man. He looks like a whiteboard. Looks like bologna. Yeah, like just some pressed meat together. It's a trip. Anyway, so skinny fat. Is that what that is? Atrophy. Yeah. Gelatinous. Boy, you guys are on a roll. He must have a huge hog, probably. He's in the same gene pool as me. Oh, yeah, good posture. Yeah, good point. Solid. Good posture, though. That guy can't be fat shamed. It's not even like it's not like he's, it's like he went out of his, I'm just telling you, it's like he went out of his way. It's like he doesn't even feed himself. Like that would be too much muscle contraction to bring a fork to his mouth. And so instead he just like maybe licks off the plate or something. Oh, giant wallet. He has a huge wallet. Yes, he's filthy rich. I'm sure he's crying to himself on his billions. It must be so weird for something that weak to have sex with Serena. Can you imagine? The fucking paragon of fucking female human performance and a genetic freak all in one. Like you can't do any. I mean, you can't. And he can't even sit up and grab her boobs if he's on the bottom. Because he would be upset if he got a muscle contraction in. Holy cow. Someone should release those tapes of them having sex. That'd be cool. I'd watch that. I got 2 Down syndrome videos yesterday. Both of them were amazing. Someone sent me a Down syndrome video of this guy. He's a CrossFitter. Down syndrome kid that does CrossFit. I cannot believe how good his CrossFitting is. But this one's amazing. I'm going to play this like 3 times. This one is so amazing. I don't know if you can see if this is going to translate to the show, but enjoy this. Watch this. I think this is that channel Omegle. For those of you who don't know what Omegle is, it's this platform where you go on, and as soon as you go on, you're there, and then they start just feeding you people to be on with. So you meet people. It's like randomly FaceTiming people all around the world. And then if you don't want to see anyone, you hit a button and they bring in someone else. And so I guess what people do is they just sit on this platform and meet people all day. And often you'll see like 3 girls or 3 guys just sitting there and like just scrolling through people. And then if something funny is said, this shit kind of will make it to Instagram. What do you call it? What do you call it? Omegle. Omegle. Dude, I'm off by 1 letter. Omegle is a wild place. At night, it's nothing but dudes legit holding their shit. Oh, really? Just a pervert trolling, just where perverts troll? Well, check this. This clip's crazy.
What, fool?
What's up, bro?
What the fuck?
What?
I ain't saying it.
Wait, bitch.
What's he say at the end?
What, fool?
What's up, bro?
What the fuck?
Oh, that does look like Jason Hopper.
What?
It does look like Hopper.
I ain't saying it.
Wait, bitch.
What does he say there at the end? Something, bitch.
What, fool?
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? So then I'm like, what? Because I was tripping at first. You know, people send me this stuff and I don't know what I'm about to see, and I watch it and I'm like, what the fuck? A syndrome is down, but his awareness is way up. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. And then I went over to this person's account, and they only have, you know, a handful of posts. But look at this. This one has 44,000 likes, as opposed to this one has 12. Is that crazy or what? And one of these posts says, "Hey, thank you to all my friends who are still my friends after I transitioned." So clearly this is a dude.
What, fool?
What's up, bro?
But even the Down syndrome dude is judging the tranny. What up, dude? What up, dude? I wouldn't have thought that. I wouldn't have thought that. I thought, like, I just would have thought, you know what I mean? Oh, where was I yesterday? I wanted to tell you guys this story. I went to a gymnastics meet. I went to a gymnastics meet with Greg and his family. Greg's daughter was competing. And when you go to kids events like that, jiu-jitsu tournaments or gymnastics tournaments, there's a card table and someone with, like, you know, one of those boxes where you pay money and then they give you the wristband and then you can go in. I'm assuming that's how all those events make money, because the family and friends come and watch them. And we were in a big group. There were like 16 of us there, right? Greg had, I don't know, 5 kids and a grandma and him and his wife. And then I had me and my wife and then my fucking 3 kids. So there's a shitload of us there. And we're all, and there's two spots that are open. There's a black guy and then there's a white lady. And Maggie's dealing with the white lady. And the black guy's like, I'll help you. And I don't know exactly how it fucking happened, but I started having that feeling that he thought that I wasn't going in his line because he was black. It's the same thing why I'll hold the door open for an extra 5 seconds for hot chicks and black dudes that I told you about. But I had another one of those moments. And I felt like, even though he wasn't even talking to me, like I was just sitting there like with my thumb in my ass. I wasn't even like paying attention. But as soon as I heard it, I became like aware. So then I felt obligated to go over there. All on me. It's all going on in my fucking head. And I'm like, hey, dude, we're all together. I'm not. None of us are ignoring you. We're all together. He's like, oh yeah, it's cool, it's cool. And I'm like looking like a fucking jackass. Did you call the cops? No, I don't call the cops on every black dude. But it was one of those moments, you know what I mean, where like I had to overcompensate. And then afterwards, for a few minutes, I thought, well, I probably would have done it if it was I probably would have done it if it was anyone, because I wouldn't want anyone to think I was ignoring them. Like if I wasn't. I don't like to be misunderstood. Yeah, it was a close one. That one, I don't know. Maybe I would have done that. Maybe if I had done that, if it was a white person or Chinese or Mexican too. Maybe that wasn't. Now in hindsight, maybe it wasn't one of those. That one's iffy. That one's on the line. I think you got to talk with black people more. What do you mean? I was talking with black people more. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. Making sure that he thinks that I mean, listen, this this place, that there were probably 3,000 people there, was packed. It was in a huge hotel auditorium, and every room had some sort of fucking gymnastic event going on. And this place is like 2,998 white people. No Asians, no blacks. That was the one black guy. That was it. Just him.
One is alleging that Joe Biden was not signing any of the papers they claimed he was signing, and they have some kind of forensic evidence to back it up.
There is now extremely clear evidence that Joe Biden was not signing his own orders when he was the sitting president of the United States. You may have missed this because the mainstream covered it nowhere. They covered this nowhere. And listen, of course, this is all stuff that we suspected, because when someone doesn't remember anything when they're at a presser, then you also have to assume they're not actually running the country. But now that we're at the steering wheel, we can actually take a look and see what's going on under the hood. That is, of course, the stuff that they didn't hide or just delete and destroy entirely. So the entire Biden presidency was run by an auto pen signature.
The oversight project
They put together every single document that he signed during his presidency that they were able to get their hands on. And they all had the identical signature. Look, signature after signature. This is crazy. There is no one in the world who would have the exact same signature every time. And you know the one document they found that had a different signature? The one for his announcement that he was dropping out of the race. This is not just crazy stuff. This is criminal stuff. Whoever controlled the auto pen controlled the White House.
Don't you think that
The one I want to see the pardons. I want to see the pardons. Will that void his executive power? That's a very good question. I want to see the pardons. I want to see if the pardons were used in auto pen. And I also want to see what that auto pen is. Can you buy one of those on Amazon? If I Googled auto pen, what the fuck is an auto pen? But all of a sudden, shit's starting to make a little more sense, right? Fuck is that at? Biden used auto pen signature on many official White House documents, raising concerns over his awareness. Do you remember this? Let me see if I can find it. Do you guys remember this?
Sir, why did you pause LNG exports to Europe? Like, I don't understand, you know, liquefied natural gas.
Mike Johnson asked Biden in a meeting that took him fucking weeks and weeks to get, hey, why did you suspend natural gas being sold from my state out of the country? Why did you suspend that? There's no good reason to stop. I forget what state. Is he Tennessee or Alabama? I forget what state he is.
This is in great demand by our allies. Why would you do that? Because
Gas is in great demand by our allies, he says.
you understand, we just talked about Ukraine. You understand you're fueling Vladimir Putin's war machine because they got to get their gas from him.
And so instead of buying it from the U.S., our enemies our allies started buying natural gas from Russia, making Russia rich because Biden signed something that made it illegal for us to sell natural gas to Europe.
You know, and he looks at me stunned with this, and he said, I didn't do that.
And Biden looks at Mike Johnson when he says, why did you block it? And he says, I didn't do that. And at first we thought it was because he's fucking retarded and his memory shot, but maybe he didn't do it. We gathered every document we could find with Biden's signature over the course of his presidency, the Oversight Project said last week. All used the same auto pen signature except for the announcement that the former president was dropping out of the race last year. It's wild. So the blue hairs have been running the country for 4 years. During his travels, Biden started to use a shorter flight of stairs to board Air Force One rather than the traditional 18-foot staircase. Thank you. Former President George W. Bush had previously tasked the Justice Department with assessing the constitutionality of AutoPen, and the government's lawyers concluded it was legal. Bush decided not to use AutoPen because of concerns that it would be challenged, his administration told ABC News. But his successor, Obama 63, was also known to have used the AutoPen for key documents. What the fuck is this thing, this AutoPen? Is it actually a mechanical device? AutoPen. Has anyone seen AutoPen signature machine? Let's see if I can see a picture of this thing. Oh, wow. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense why he would use this. It's pretty basic. It's like a cutting board you put paper on, but it's got an X and a Y axis, and I guess that thing just moves around. Shit, those things are expensive. Pre-assembled high-end all-in-one architect drawing table and pen plotter for architectural drafting, $8,000. Pen plotter, $600. Maybe the cheapest one you could get is $450. Robot pen, most expensive one, $8,000. Yeah, like a stamp. Yeah, why don't they just, at that point, why not just use a stamp, right? The real question here is, did the U.S. not sell LNG to European nations? Nobody asked Mike that. I don't understand. I think they were selling it to European nations. Oh, you mean after he told them they couldn't? Did they keep selling it? I hope so. Wild. No president for 4 years. Okay, here we go. Strap in, Patty. Strap in, Patty Lang. I present to you the former president of the United States, Ronald Reagan. What the fuck is he reading here?
You see, at first, when someone says, let's impose tariffs on foreign imports, it looks like they're doing the patriotic thing by protecting American products and jobs. And sometimes for a short while it works, but only for a short time. What eventually occurs is, first, homegrown industries start relying on government protection in the form of high tariffs. They stop competing and stop making the innovative management and technological changes they need to succeed in world markets.
He's fucking out of his mind. You're telling me that there's not you're telling me that if that businesses see tariffs as a protection that will stifle innovation? How about fucking I think Reagan's confused with subsidies versus tariffs. Subsidies is when the government gives free money to someone so that they can compete in the marketplace. So if China's making sugar cheaper than we are, then the government will give our sugar industry a shitload of money, thus driving down the price of our local sugar. So we're all paying for fucking sugar when we pay our fucking income taxes, sales taxes, all that shit. He's out of his fucking mind. He has no idea what he's fucking talking about. From 2020 to 2024, 90,000 factories, not factory jobs, factories, either shut down or left the United States of America. 90,000. Already, since Trump's been in office, there are 10,000 new people working at factories across the United States. 10,000 people. And remember that. Just no one get that confused. 90,000 factories. And Trump, I don't know how many factories have reopened or have come back online in the short period of time. But the point of the tariffs is so that people once again find it feasible to build factories and do things in the United States. It's how the federal government used to operate. It used to operate off of tariff money. We didn't pay income tax.
And then while all this is going on, something even worse.
There's plenty of competition in this country, within this country, that the competition outside the country. I mean, we're the innovative fucking capital of the world, maybe outside of Japan and China. Europe's not innovating shit.
Occurs. High tariffs inevitably lead to retaliation by foreign countries and the triggering of fierce trade wars.
So what? So what? So what? What's the implication of that? So we go into a trade war.
The result is more and more tariffs, higher and higher trade barriers.
There becomes a point where eggs get so expensive that neighborhoods start and cities start removing the regulation around raising chickens, or start saying it's okay to raise chickens. And people start buying chickens and raising their own eggs. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? My neighbor's kids sell us eggs all the time. What's wrong with that?
And less competition. So soon, because of the prices made.
Oh, it will increase competition. It will increase competition. It will not reduce competition, and it will increase innovation because people will look for cheaper and cheaper ways to make things. And all these companies that are rolling around with all this extra fat on them, they will also start to have to fucking doge themselves so that they can drive the prices down. So it'll drive innovation to try to fucking make things that are cheaper, find new ways, new technologies to make them, and to get rid of people who are sitting around not doing their job.
Artificially high by tariffs that subsidize inefficiency and poor management, people stop buying. Then the worst happens. Markets shrink and collapse, businesses and industries shut down, and millions of people lose their jobs.
Okay, well, we'll find out, won't we?
The memory of all this occurring back in
Trish, this is really cool. This is why I watch this podcast, because Sevon's not afraid to bring up opposing opinions. Thank you, Trish. That's really cool of you. That's awesome. Thank you. That's cool.
In the 30s made me determined when I came to Washington to spare the American people the protectionist legislation that destroys prosperity. You see, at first, when some
Man, Reagan sounds like a globalist. We're finding out now. Okay, dude, shut up, dude. It hasn't even, he hasn't even been president 4 months. Sevon's opinion isn't opposing, it's just Trump loyalty takes. If Biden were doing this, he'd be ripping it. I hope you're wrong. I hope you're wrong. I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true. And you know what? If my logic is flawed, my logic is flawed, and I'll work through it. I'll figure it out, and maybe then we'll lose the trade war. But the fact that semiconductor chips are being made outside the country, the fact that we can't provide eggs at affordable cost for everyone in this country, that bugs me. So if we can't get rid of regulation so everyone in my neighborhood can grow their own chickens and buy their own feed and support the small businesses around them, then the chicken breeders, support the carpenters who will come build those chicken coops. Yeah, I'm willing to try it out. I'm willing to take that risk. I want to see what happens. Yeah, the Democrats still love slavery. That's right. Egg cost is due to chicken shortage in factories because Biden ordered mass killing. Yeah, and if they took regulations away from farming chickens, it wouldn't even be a blip. Everyone would already have their own chickens. I bet you it's lobby money from these giant farms is the reason why we can't have chickens everywhere. I mean, you go to Hawaii and there's chickens everywhere, like everywhere. And by the way, where I live, there is no egg shortage. In California, we're too rich. We don't do that shit. The shelves are still full and everything's fine.
Question: if DEI is all that and the end all be all, why is it that if someone calls someone a DEI hire, they get offended? Like it's an abomination. Like, don't call me no DEI hire. Even Kamala got mad. Everybody was mad because Trump called her a DEI hire. But I thought it was good. If it was good, you'd be like, yes, I'm a DEI hire. Yes, I am. That shows you that DEI was only in place for those who could not do a good job. They had to elevate them because they were mediocre. Let's just keep it real. So if it's such a big...
Please tell me this woman's lips are natural. Those are the most beautiful lips I've ever seen on a human being. Please weigh in. Women weigh in. Are those lips real? I bought chickens since I just paid $72 for 15 dozen. That seems cheap. 15 dozen eggs for $72. That seems really cheap. By the way, if you did just build a chicken coop, send me a picture of your. If you have a chicken coop, send me a picture of your chicken coop in my DMs, please. I want to see everyone's chicken coops. I need a chicken coop.
Deal Why do folks get offended by it? Don't call me no DEI hire.
Okay, these lips real? Anyone? They look real. Yeah, aren't those amazing? Oh my God. Look real. Those have to be the most perfect lips I've ever seen. I just went in my backyard and got 2 dozen. I will do it again tomorrow. Wow. Yeah, please send me Sevon Matosian. DM me a picture of your chicken coop. No, like send me 5 pictures or a video. I'm so close to getting chickens. I want to get chickens. I think I want to get them in this order. I want to get chickens, and then I want to get 3 cats, and then I want to get 2 dogs. And I think my wife, it's crazy because 2 years ago, if I would have said that, my wife would have killed me. I think it's a slam dunk now. For some reason, her resolve for stopping pets is just gone. I think it's even the opposite. Yeah. How many chickens do you have, Jason? To get 2 dozen eggs, what do you need? 20 chickens, 24 chickens, 30 chickens? I love it when my neighbor brings over eggs. So cool. Oh shit, it's almost 90 minutes. It's been very calm today. I didn't even listen to the Sermon of the Mount this morning. Yeah, Sevi want to be on the beach with her just like Serena and her husband. I raised meat chickens. Sent you a couple IG posts. Oh, raised or raise? Natalie Fleming. I haven't been on forever. I feel like I've missed everything. You did. Yeah, I saw my cameo in the reel you made. That was awesome, Vindicate. That was so good. CrossFit's post with Colton is hilarious. So good. Oh, is Candace a psychopath? What's going on with Candace? Did she turn into a psychopath? I hope not. What's going on with her?
I was reading the transcripts leading up to this moment of Putin's speeches and Biden's speeches and trying to discern what the truth was. And Putin was saying, you guys gave us assurances that NATO was not going to expand 1 inch eastward into our territory. Essentially, NATO is a military. We were putting a military on his border, despite in 1989, when the Berlin Wall came down as a condition, an agreement for them to agree to take down the Berlin Wall. We promised, and you can go look at this in NSA declassified documents, James Baker, we promised them that we would never move NATO eastward. And they're going, why are you now doing that? Now all of a sudden we're saying that Ukraine is going to join NATO. And he's saying this is unacceptable. America can't keep changing its mind. And so when I was able to validate what he said and to read the speeches, you cannot walk away from that without an understanding that we are the aggressors. Everything that we say Russia is doing, recreating the Soviet Union, we are doing that. What is the European Union? What is NATO? What I saw as Western propaganda trying to paint Putin as a monster for holding us to our promises. And not beyond that, like you saw when he sat down with Tucker Carlson, he asked to join NATO himself. Why are we not having a productive relationship with Russia? Zelensky he suspended elections. He's locked down churches. He's locked up nuns. I'm a Christian. I don't like this guy at all.
Hey, that is a good question. What is NATO? Pat, I don't think you can say that. NATO is not a military. Such a bullshit take. I don't know, dude. What would you? I mean, do you think the WHO is really the World Health Organization, or the UN is really the United Nations? I don't know, dude. Do you really think the CDC is the Center for Disease Control? Do you think USAID really is USAID? And by that I mean like, I don't know. I don't know what the wiki definition of NATO is, but I think of NATO as a bunch of countries coming together and being like, hey, we're homies, and if anyone attacks one of us, we'll come in and bust your ass, and we're stronger together. man, the Ukraine thing is complicated. Man, the Ukraine thing is complicated. I mean, on one level, hey, you guys took a fucking fat L and an ass whooping, even with a shitload of help from the outside. And actually, the help from the outside probably just got you, like, instead of losing 100,000 young men, you lost 1 million young men because we gave you the false perspective that you could win. I mean, is there anyone who thinks that if you had a crystal ball and you would have known that Ukraine, Russia was going to play out like this, that you wouldn't have done something different 4 years ago? So it's like, nope, you got to fight no matter what. I can't think of too many things I'd want to send my boys to do to fight and die for. Fuck, man. NATO should be worldwide. I think NATO. What is NATO, Pat? Yeah, I think NATO is an army. It's just a bunch of dudes who are like, hey, together we can kick anyone's ass if we act like we roll together. It's a gang. I think all those orgs have been hijacked. I think we need to hit the reset button. I think NATO has been hijacked. United Nations hijacked. World Health Organization's a complete shit show. I mean, we just saw what they did to the fucking planet. They fucked us. They would have lost 2 million if we didn't help them. That, you think so? You think that's what would have happened? You think they would have just come in and it would have been? I mean, how can anyone say Gaza is a genocide while fucking Ukraine's going on? I don't know, dude. I don't see how that plays out like that. I don't see how that plays out like that. You think it would have been just one giant just fucking slaughtering field? They would have just rolled in and slaughtered everyone? You don't think the people would have realized that they had no chance without the $500 billion sent to them from Europe and the US? You don't think that gave them a false sense of confidence? I don't know. Maybe you're right. Fuck, I don't know. Maybe it's easy just in hindsight to, But I know if I was in the Ukraine as me, just as me, and the Russians were over there and they started fucking bombing, I'd pack my family up and fucking head straight to the US. Let's just start crossing Europe. Sir Trolls a lot. That's wrong. They would have surrendered, then the new borders would be the current ones. It's very complicated. I know it's not as simple as Russia's just coming in and fucking taking land from the Ukraine. I think Russia actually believes that land is theirs. Plumber, Ukraine is like me caring about Sevi's neighbor moving over his property line. All the lefties trying to control other people's worlds. Franco DeBach, Sevon, how difficult is it to podcast alone? I mean, I'm not alone. You guys are here. I mean, fucking might as well just call it the Sevon and Pat Lang show. I have so many co-hosts. Extra Sloppy talking about chickens. I even got Sir Trolls a lot. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm not alone. I try not to rely on the chat. Because I think when I watch shows that are relying on the chat, I start to get fucking annoyed. So I try to keep the show moving. But I'm going to tell you, when I go to bed at night, knowing that I have a show that's just me in the morning, I think I sleep better. Because when I know that there's going to be a guest on, I fall asleep like in kind of like doing the show in my head, and then when I wake up, it's still going in my head. I don't do that when I don't have a guest. So after this show, if you are a CEO member, you'll have access to episodes 1, 2, and 3. I know a lot of you are frustrated that the shows aren't always available. They will be eventually, sooner than later. But today, for probably like 5 hours, episodes 1, 2, and 3 will be available. Maybe longer. But soon as this show's over, I'll turn them on for CEO members. So if you're not a member and you want to see episodes 1, 2, and 3, the behind the scenes, you should turn it on. You'll love it. It's good. It's really good. Why does it seem like it's hard? I feel pretty relaxed. I'm chill. I don't feel any pressure from you guys. I used to feel pressure like there couldn't be any silence time. Now, for some reason, I probably should feel that pressure again because I have no problem just like going quiet. This is from Beyond the Stage TV. I've been saying this for years. I also told MP prize money was $25K this year, which is the only reason I competed in the show my last year as well. They have to do better. See you in the pits, champ. Aaron Banks supports Ollie's Arnold's decision. So former Olympia men's physique champion and 2-time Arnold Classic champion E. Banks has shown his support for Ollie Health One decision to refusing to compete in future Arnold Classics after Arnold's negative comments towards men's physique division. More pros are applauding Ollie Health One for taking a stance and representing the men's physique pro and amateur ranks. So think about it. This guy, Arnold Schwarzenegger, has this event every year called the Arnold. And he said something. So these guys are leveraging something that he spent his entire life fucking building to make money and live out their pathology. And don't get it twisted. That is a fucked up pathology that these guys have. These are fucked up dudes. I would bet that 99% of these physique bodybuilders are the last people you want to hang out with. That would be my guess. And I'm open to being wrong, but I guess they're just complete douche canoes. And they're upset because of something Arnold said. So what do you think he said? No, CEO membership is not $9.99. I think it's $20. Hello, Blaine. Blaine Downs. What do you think he said? What do you think Arnold said that could have upset these athletes? This is going to make you love our CrossFit Games athletes. Our CrossFit Games athletes are so much cooler. God bless Brent Fikowski and Jeffrey Adler and Brent Smith, Brent Fikowski and Pat Vellner. Jesus Christ, he's heavy. This is what Arnold said. Fuck you and your freedom, Arnold. Yeah, he's a scumbag. He's retarded. That was during COVID. Remember that shit? What a douche canoe. Anyway, that's a completely different story. Arnold Schwarzenegger calls long shorts bogus in men's physique. Let's see the whole body. That's what we judge. Look what these guys are wearing. Look what so Arnold said, hey, these board shorts are stupid. And you would think that these guys would agree with that. Right? But no, they're upset because because Arnold took a shot at them for covering their thighs, and so they want out. Arnold Schwarzenegger wants to see bodybuilders judged on the entire body. The 2025 Arnold Classic is in the books, and it was another successful event for the bodybuilding legend. The weekend crowned champions in blah, blah, blah divisions. Arnold had some comments about the shorts worn during the competition, claiming it's bogus because it eliminates legs. Dude. The men's physique division was wide open once again during the Arnold Classic. Schwarzenegger has been an advocate for bodybuilding for decades now. What do you mean? He is bodybuilding. He's the only thing that's kept it alive. It would be nothing without him. He continues to help improve the sport as a whole. That includes his annual show in Columbus. Let's see the whole body. That's what we're judging. Why would you hide the legs all of a sudden? And I mean, yeah, DEI hire idea for sure. Crazy town banana pants. Good dude, leave. No one cares. 99% of the public thinks you're hideous anyway. You have the least respect of any athletic sport in the world. No one thinks it looks like it's fun to be you. You look miserable. All you bodybuilders. Okay. This is how ABC News reports this story. You ready? Look closely at your TV now. This one you got to see. This one's wild. Woman caught trying to plant explosive device at Tesla dealership. The 40-year-old suspect, Lucy Grace Nelson, was arrested on Monday. The woman in Colorado has been arrested after police caught her with explosives at the Tesla dealership. I present to you Lucy Nelson. On Monday evening, Nelson returned to Loveland Tesla while in possession of additional incendiary devices along with materials attributed to vandalism. The Loveland Police Department says detectives apprehended Miss Nelson prior to further damage occurring. That's ABC, CBS, all those fucking idiots. They all announce the they all do the story the same way. They call it a she. I mean, we live in fucktard world. Now, this is some online rag. It's called The Main Wire. Transgender identifying man. Yeah, arrested for allegedly planning to bomb a Colorado Tesla dealership. Isn't it transgender identifying woman? Transgender identifying man. Fuck, I don't even know what the fuck that means. But dude, it clearly needs the word man in there. Yeah, yeah, because women are so prone to using explosives. Yeah, very well said, Kyle. Like, dude, women don't do this. A transgender identifying man, Justin Thomas Nelson, 40, who goes by the name Lucy, was arrested on Monday after allegedly vandalizing and planting incendiary devices at the Tesla dealership. Yeah, it's a fucking tranny. And they even say he was issued $100,000 cash, a surety bond, and authorities say they were working with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, and that additional federal charges are likely. Yeah, he. It's a he. It's a he, you fucktard. Numerous mainstream media outlets, including CBS, CNN, and even Fox, prominently described Nelson as a woman in their headlines. Oh, I didn't even see this. A brief review of his social media accounts reveals that Nelson is, in fact, a man. I'm happier than I've ever been, Nelson says. Yeah, blowing up shit. My fupa is not that big. That thing is crazy. Further review, Nelson's Facebook account reveals postings celebrating George Floyd and Black Lives Matter movement and a history of mental challenges. That's a great sentence. In 2018, I went to the ER last night because of my mental state. Oh, the author's name is Seamus Othot. Othit? Seamus Othit. Sometimes when I think of Trish, I think of Trish as like our token tranny. You guys ever think of Trish as a tranny? Headline should be, Bob, headline should be man pretending to be a woman. Oh, shit. My fucking... And I'm back. Headline should be man pretending to be a woman. You guys have been really cool the past 2 weeks. No one's complaining about how shitty my connection is. I'm really surprised. No complaints. You guys have been very, very tolerant, very accepting of my... You guys want to do something just long and boring, but just fun? You guys want to watch this? Oh, shit. My connection is shit. We've noticed how shitty my connection is. Fucking A. Is there a TV on somewhere? What the fuck's going on with my connection? All of a sudden it's dropping. Let's I think we should watch this together. Oh man, we've given up. Oh. I did, but it fell on deaf ears. Okay, let's watch this. Well, first, let me pull this video up. Let's pull this one up first. Hold on. No, that light's fine. Do you guys? Let me see if I can find the clips. Oh, here. Let's watch this first, and then we can watch the interviews together if we want. This will make the show really long if we do this though. But I think it's worth it. It's a pretty fucking crazy story. I didn't think it was going to blow up on the national scene like this. Did you guys know that Pornhub had to pull down 91% of its fucking content? Yeah, Pornhub had to pull down. I didn't know that. Pornhub sold for $500 million, which seems really low to me. And they had to pull down 91% of their videos. I guess there was fucking kids getting raped on their videos of kids getting raped. They have so much fucking content. It must be impossible to moderate that shit. Okay, here we go. High school runner hit in head with baton during race. This story's wild.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the track this morning. A high school track star is still recovering nearly a week after being hit on the head by another runner during a race. Junior Kaylin Tucker was running the second leg of the 4x200 relay in the Virginia State High School League Championships when the shocking incident happened.
That's when she hit me with the baton.
Watch again as you see the two sprinters running side by side as they round the corner with Kaylin on the outside, Kaylin's mother cheering her on. Just as Kaylin is passing the other runner, the athlete swings her baton, striking Kaylin.
I just felt a bang on my head and then I fell off the track immediately.
Kaylin dropping her baton and reaching for her head.
The whole Coliseum pretty much gasped. I just jumped up out of the bleachers immediately and ran to her on the main floor.
The 16-year-old was later diagnosed with a concussion. The family says neither the athlete who struck Kaylin nor the other team's coaches checked on Kaylin or reached out afterwards.
To see that they kept running and she not stop and check on my daughter, that was the part where I was like, it couldn't have been an accident.
The other runner who attends IC Norcom High School has not been named. Kaylin's parents say Norcom's athletic director and the girl's father apologized in a phone call, but they're still waiting for the opposing athlete and her coaches to reach out.
We definitely want the coaches and a personal apology from the actual.
The dad apologized. That's the first I've heard of that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty fucking cool. That's pretty cool. No one's ever saying that. I guess the dad apologized.
Athlete as well, because it's only right.
The Virginia High School League saying in a statement, "We thoroughly review every instance like this."
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Adding, the VHSL membership has always made it a priority to provide student athletes with a safe environment for competition.
So we reached out to the other team's school and school district for comment, and we haven't gotten a response. But meanwhile, Kaylin's parents say that they're still waiting to see what disciplinary actions will be taken against the other athlete before deciding their next steps. In the meantime, guys, because Kaylin's been recovering for a week, they're hoping that she can finally return to school today.
Oh,
because she's been out recovering.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're glad she's okay.
Yes. This is a crazy.
Someone DM'd me and said that they went to one of those high schools. And the year that they went to that high school, they went to the high school, those two high schools that were competing, the one that those two girls, the one that hit the other girl, that those two high schools, the bands got in a fight, that they had a huge rumble on the field. So that's crazy when the bands are fighting. You guys ever heard of that? Bands fighting? Marching bands? The two, and then I went and watched videos of their marching bands. Their marching bands look like they know how to fight. It's fucking wild. I did go on Amazon and I was like, I want to purchase one of those track and field batons and I want to feel it, because I was like, it sounds like bullshit that it fucking gave her a concussion. Haley, someone's at the door. Oh, that is Haley. Oh, you left the house? You left me alone with the kids? Oh, okay. that basically one of those batons, they're made of aluminum, and a baton only weighs 3 ounces. And I looked it up on Amazon. I want to buy one. They're pretty cheap. You can get one for $10. I think that's like an official one. But I'm like, how? I don't know if you could. Can you swing a 3-ounce aluminum baton and give someone a concussion while you're running full speed behind them? Some are plastic, some are aluminum. The one I looked at was 3.1 ounces. Hockey parents are complete losers. Ooh, sorry, Jeff. Shouldn't have brought that up. Fuck yeah, you could. Oh, you can? Damn. Boy, that it's brutal. But the both the chicks have been interviewed. This is the I don't know what this girl's thinking, but this is the girl who hit her. Right here. It's kind of a long interview.
This track meet happened, and what exactly was this meet? Was this state? Was this what was qualifying on the state? Give me those details.
It was the state meet. It happened on Tuesday. The state meet was on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah.
Gotcha. And that was March. Let me make sure.
March 4th.
March 4th. So this happened Tuesday, March 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Talk to me about you're on that.
What's that hanging out of her? What the fuck's going on with her head right there? What's hanging out of? Is that a deformation? Does she have like skin flaps? What is that hanging out of her headband? Does anyone know? It's a hair design, but it's not the color of her hair. Her hair is black. I think that's skin or something. I think she has like some deformation or something. That's like a wart, or those are warts or something. I don't know what the fuck that is. You think that's fake? Oh, you think that's attached to the headband? That's her hair? Why is it that color? No, that's hair, you uncultured swine. It's a style to have like cauliflower skin flaps hanging down on your forehead. I like her earrings. Baby hairs that are practically glued down. Oh my God. That must be so much work. I'm so glad I'm not a fucking woman.
Track 4x2 race, right?
Yeah.
Talk to me about how the race was going up into that race. Talk to me about that.
So I received the baton. I second leg merger. So when I was merging, I was like, okay, I'm doing good. I only see one person in front of me. Then on the curve, I seen something yellow in my peripheral, which was her uniform. And she was so close to me that my baton.
You saw something. You didn't see something. You saw something, but we'll get to that later.
Kept hitting her, and it's either keep hitting her or fall into the metal railing that's on the bank track. So
she's saying while she was running, her baton was hitting her. Does anyone run track? Is that normal? Like you're running and you feel your baton hitting the person because they're so close to you?
Eventually, like after a couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. She was cutting in when it happened, when she should have waited a little bit longer. But she cut in too quick, so she was so close to me that she got hit when I was running. So, yeah. Then when I hit her, I kept my baton up so I wouldn't hit her again because she was still really close to me. And I thought about, I wanted to check on her, but I knew that I was like, I'm just finish the race. I handed the baton off, and then it was already people around her. So after the race,
is there any chance of that being true? Like even 1% chance? Is there any chance of that being true? Her baton was hitting her, it got stuck or something, and then she lost her balance, and then when she swung her arm back down and hit her. Is there any chance? No, she whacked her. Is there a smoke alarm? Oh, is that smoke alarm beeping on the video?
I went to my coach, and he said he's handling it, and for me to do my cool down. So I did my cool down. And when I went back up there, he said they offered them a rerun and they didn't want to do it. And we're disqualified. And he told me to stay around him because he didn't want nothing else to happen, you know.
Definitely. So that
They offered her a rerun, like they were gonna race again because she fucking hit the girl.
whole, the collision that people see, and like you explained it, you're pumping your arm, getting ready to run forward, and that's where that forward motion comes from. That was not you intentionally striking her with that baton, right?
Yeah, plenty, like people that I don't even know at my school found my Instagram and texted me because they know it's not in my character. Even other track teams like Norview and Manor texted me because they know it's not in my character.
And talk to me about how it's made you feel when you see that video has gone viral and you read the hurtful comments and you see people who don't know you at all making comments like that.
God, it must be so weird to be a kid. It must be so fucking weird to be a kid and have to worry about fucking social media. Like, she should just be laughing this shit off. Why, she should just lay into it. Yeah, don't cut in front of me, motherfucker. Fuck you up. Just go full Ronnie Teasdale mode. Holy shit. Holy shit. I'm one thirsty, by the way.
It's like they're going off of one angle, like
Yeah, she's young. She fucked up. Someone should just tell her to come clean. She's young. She fucked up. Yeah. It's like, whatever.
I know what happened, but I don't have enough. Like, they went on the news.
Go over to that girl's house, knock on the door, and fucking apologize to her fucking parents.
I'm just a person by myself. Nobody's going to believe me because I can admit from the video it does look purposeful, but I know my intentions and I would never hit somebody on purpose because of jealousy. It's plenty of people. I know I'm not the best at track. I applaud her for being such a great runner. I would never hit somebody because of jealousy. And it's like,
It's not jealousy. It's because you wanted to win and you were pissed. I think she already explained when she says, hey, I was bumping her a lot and that she cut in the corner too early. I think that's basically her admission. She's like, yo, this bitch was fucking too close to me and she fucking did something that was unethical or wasn't the code of the sport, the unofficial code of the sport. So I fucking whacked her. She went by. Oh, Kenneth believes her. You believe her. Okay. I like that. Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
at the end of the day, I'm a child too. And I'm sorry. I didn't intentionally hit her. I didn't know it was going to cause a concussion. I didn't know all of this was going to happen.
I didn't intentionally hit her. So you unintentionally hit her. I mean, it still warrants an apology. But you already admitted that she cut too early and that she was bumping you. And you unintentionally hit her, giving her a concussion.
I would never do that to somebody on purpose. Literally, when I used to play basketball, I literally used to apologize in the middle of the game. Like, nobody does it. Like, I'm not the type to hit somebody on purpose. Like, I've never been in a fight. I've always been on the road. I never get calls home. So just people making, like, just off of a 9-second video, they're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video. And, you know. I have a lot of supportive people around me, so I love them for that. And like, I know it's not affecting, it's just like a lot on me. I'm confident in myself. I know what I did. Nobody's going to make me think that I did something that I didn't do. So that's the way I was raised. I was raised well, so I know, it's just still a lot because it's the whole world against me. And my friends and my peers have been by my side, and I appreciate that. But that's it. It's them against the world, And a lot of different places are posting stuff, and they don't even know what happened, for views or for clicks. They're saying I attacked her when they didn't even hear my side of the story. They're going off of only what she said.
The fucked up grammar and the fucking chirping a lot. You like, dude, like, listen, you're 100% ghetto. So just chill. Just accept, at least accept something.
Only because she said it and she's hurt. Oh, I'm the bad person. But if you look at the video, you can see she caused me to trip, and when I caught myself, she got hit. You know.
Yeah. Like you were saying, it was like a balance thing.
Yeah.
Like you were. Do you feel like either way it went, you were going to either collide with her, or y'all something was, you know, how was that going to be?
I knew it was eventually going to happen because even at regionals, you know, the girl, our arms were really close to each other, and she waited till she got to a distance in front of me.
So here we go. She was bumping me. She took the turn too early. I knew it was going to happen, and it's happened before with this girl. Like, dude, I don't know, Kenneth. I don't know, man. I don't know. And does she really not know she's ghetto? And is being ghetto bad? But I mean, she's definitely ghetto.
You know, like if you're driving a car and you can't merge just because you feel like it. You know, if you get ran into from the back, it's still your fault. But at the end of the day, both of you guys are hurt. Well, I'm not hurt, but I tripped and she got hit. You know. Yeah, like they don't care about that part. They just care about, oh, she hit. Oh, sorry. She care about, oh, my daughter got hit. So I'm going to get on all of these news stations, and I don't care about how she feels. I don't care about the death threat she's already getting. I'm just going to keep going on different news stations and forget about how she feels when you never even heard my side of the story. My parents apologized on my behalf. I was at school. I can't get on the phone with them. Well, he's on the phone with them, you know. So when I seen her on the news, I was like, oh, she thinks I did it on purpose. Maybe I should text her. Like, because I found her Instagram. So I followed her on Instagram to see if she would follow me back, and she blocked me. But some way, somehow, she still wants an apology, but she blocked the contact of me trying to text her because she assumed that I'm just this bad person, you know.
She didn't assume. You fucking hit her in the back of the head, whether it was intentional or not. You've already admitted that you hit her.
So and that was y'all's first time competing against each other.
Yeah, I didn't even know her.
Oh, this is your first time competing against each other? A second ago, it wasn't.
Honestly, I don't really pay attention to track and field. I just run and go to practice for because I like the friendship out of it, you know.
And talk to me about how long you've been in track. Like you said, you're clearly really good at it and everything. So talk to me about your track and all your sports background.
I started in volleyball. I was captain a couple years in volleyball, MVP 2 years, I think. Track, indoor track. I was going to do basketball, but my friend freshman year, she was like, Alayla, you should do track with me. So I did track. So I haven't really been doing this for my whole life, but I've been doing it for 4 years, and I've never, not one incident has ever happened with me, like not one. I'm good at triple jump. I like triple jump mostly. I got hurt at states last year, but I still placed runner up. I placed runner up because my ankle gave out during triple jump, but you know, things happen. So
they're trying to take her out of every sport and everything. Right?
That's what the comments were
saying. That's what the media wants. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, excuse me.
Talk to me about how school has been. Like I said, your friends and stuff have been supportive. Have you talked to your track coach much? Are you still on the track team?
Oh yeah, I'm still on the track team. He's known me. He's actually my volleyball coach and my track coach, so he knows me very well. You know, I wouldn't do it on purpose. Around school, everybody, they're like, Alayla, I didn't know that was you. Why'd you hit her? And I'm like, it was an accident, you know. But they don't really know what happened. They know that I wouldn't hit nobody on purpose, but from the video, it looks like, you know. But like I said,
video
it
does look
play a
like
big
I hit her
part,
on purpose.
and people are going to believe what they want to believe at the end of the day, you know. So,
like you said, you know, you got blocked on Instagram. You haven't had a way to talk to the other young
purpose. Congratulate her for the placing. Was it runner up for the 55? I think I don't know. Yeah, runner up. You know, I'm sorry you couldn't compete for the 300-meter dash, but still, thousands of people attacking me, and all of like her family is thinking of, oh, my daughter's hurt, so I don't care about her feelings, you know. And at the end of the day, I'm still a minor too. I'm still in high school. I'm worried about high school. I'm worried about getting my teeth pulled. My face is still swollen. I'm worried about my grades. I missed 2 days of school. I'm trying to get my grades together, and all this in my head is people sending me a new page posting it, a new news station posting it. I went to look up something on my mom's phone today, and it was on the Google thing from New York Post. And I'm like, nobody even heard my side. You know, they're just doing it for views, for clicks. But at the end of the day, they're not like, nobody's considering my feelings, like nobody except for my family and my friends.
And this is senior year for you, so this makes it even harder.
Yeah.
Right?
And like colleges.
Damn. All right. So there's that. And then this is the girl that got hit. She did an interview with her mom. Her mom's actually pretty fucking cool. Her mom says some cool shit in here. I actually did watch some of this.
First of all, what do you like about the girls you're running with?
They're wonderful. They're very uplifting. Anytime something happens in the related, they tell me keep my head up, keep going. We have more stuff to work on. So they're very supportive.
The start of the race, how did you feel like your team was doing? Were you you think you were in position to get the win?
Yes, it usually goes out like that. Like when we go over first leg, we usually like first or second, and then I try to like get the lead back up, so we're at least like still keeping the first and second lane.
Gotcha, that's good. And so I've seen the video. From what I can see, you're coming through three.
Oh, so she's doing her hair the same way. That's what the other girl had. That now I can tell. That's just hair that's painted down onto the forehead. All right, and that other chick just had like some color in it.
Before, and you're really starting to kick it up a notch there and pick up some spots. How are you feeling at that point?
I just know how to do what I have to do. I have to pass them and just get my team back in first place.
Now I know this is going to be tough, but if in your words, can you kind of describe what happened as you were coming through four there when the incident happened?
So on the back curve, I had kind of got cut off, and I tried to pass it the first time. So I let her go ahead. So I knew like when I got fully on the curve, that I was just gonna have to push through and pass her. So as we were coming up in the middle of the curve, we were bumping arms a lot. So I got a little bit more on the outside of the curve to go around her. When I finally pushed through to get in front of her, that's when she hit me in the head with the baton.
And the bumping of arms, that's pretty common for a race when you're racing alongside her,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay, so she hits you and you go down. I mean, first of all, just what's your immediate reaction? What can you remember?
I was so in disbelief. I didn't even know. Like I didn't know what happened. I just got hit in the head and I just fell off the track.
I know that's tough, and I'm sorry. First of all, I hope you're okay. We'll talk about that in a second. Mom, I know I've seen your video, amongst others. Coach McKinley gave that to me. What are you thinking? First of all, as she's coming through the turn, how is she looking to you as someone who's probably seen her run a lot?
Oh yes, but like she stated, she is a second leg, and we're used to watching her just pick up where there's any slack. So as she was coming through the curve, I was like, I told my husband, I said, she's doing what she do. She's just gonna be all right. They're gonna get back where they need to be. And as she's coming around the curve, as she comes out the curve, and you can see them kind of bumping each other, but like that's this competition, so we expected that. But as she pulled away, just to see the strike, it just, even in our whole section, like the whole section just gasped. We had family come from out of town. Her godparents were here from Myrtle Beach and things, and everybody just gasped because they couldn't believe it. And then when I just saw her go down, all I could do was just run out of the bleachers. I just knew I had to get to her.
So you came out of the bleachers?
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
What was it like when you got on the track when you were talking to her?
When I got on the track, the medic had already been there and asked her if she could stand and kind of like walking off to see if she was going to be dizzy or anything. She never completely passed out, just kind of fell off the track.
What's that?
And then of course, like she said, she was in disbelief.
What's that black line on the mom's face right there? That's from insulin resistance, I think. That's not makeup, right? See that black patch on her side of her head? That's crazy.
Disbelief. So she was kind of hysterical because she just couldn't believe that's what had happened. So
you come off the track. First of all, so you're getting evaluated.
Yeah, that's the diabetes.
Did anybody from the opposition apologize, make any sort of checks on you, anything like that?
No, not at the time. No one that came on checking me or anything.
So, has anybody offered any sort of explanation or anything from a VHSL standpoint? I'm just curious what has been said to you, if anything.
I actually, yesterday we came home, I reached out to VSL. I knew it was after hours, but I left a message and I sent an email telling them what had happened. We did get a call back this morning from VHSL saying that they had received the message and they were investigating and they were, working with the schools. We don't know all of the actions that's going to be taken at this time.
Unblended contour, you think? I don't know. I don't know. I think that's diabetes. If you get black patches around your neck or on your head, I think that's like shit. You got to like go full keto. I bet you that lady was fucking hot when she was 20. She done fucking eat too many donuts.
But I think my whole thing was no apology. Like no coaches, no athlete, no anything. Even if it was an accident, which I don't believe it was an accident, but nothing. And it's been more than 24 hours now. So I guess that was the major thing. My child was hurt and nobody came to check on her.
That's, it was often. From your standpoint, tell me how you're feeling now. Obviously today you get checked out. How are you feeling today?
Wait a second. You're telling me that she put this black line on her face on purpose? You're saying it's makeup contour? come on, man. No one puts a black line on their face like that. There's no way. There's no way. Fat fucking packies get that too. I've seen it on blacks and packies, the fat ones. When they got the diabetes, they start getting the black marks. There's no brown patches. Yeah. Thank you. Sevon is black, Devesh. Thank you. Has she ever got hit with a jump rope being barefoot doing double unders? That shit hurts. Yeah, that does hurt. This makeup is more distracting than the chirp. I just want to get to the bottom of it. It's a birthmark. You're out of your fucking mind. Listen, I'm going with this. Just stop telling me it's makeup. You're confusing me. I'm sure it's diabetes.
I'm feeling okay. I still have a little headache, but I don't like the fact that it's taking me away from track.
Yeah, I mean, that basically ended your season.
Yeah.
That was your last event. I'm sorry. You said the VHSL is investigating because they haven't responded to my 3 phone calls.
They are investigating. I guess they're just getting everything together. So
gotcha.
We're just waiting to see.
And when they say investigating, the board's like, that bitch deserved it. No, she didn't. Yes, she did. She cut in too early. Like that's the investigation. They're not investigation.
They're
fucking at Denny's talking about what to do.
Disciplinary action will be.
Okay. You don't have to answer this next question. I'm just going to ask it because it came up in the newsroom. Someone said, that could have been a criminal charge for assault. Has anything like that crossed your mind as of yet?
This is why the mom's so cool. So they're like, what about a criminal charge? Listen to the mom's answer. The mom's cool as shit.
Yeah.
It's always on your mind.
Right. And especially when there was, no
That was the dad's talk. The dad in the background said, it's always on your mind.
apology. So I guess that was like the major thing for me. Just check on my child. Of course, everybody gives their opinion about what they think you should do, but that's also somebody else's child. And I want to take that into account as well. Yes, she definitely struck my daughter more than once, but she is somebody else's child as well.
As much as either of you are willing to tell me, what's the latest from the doctors on your condition? You said you got examined today.
Yes, we took Caitlin to the doctor today. She does have a slight concussion and still with the headaches. They did say she would have to be cleared 24 hours without a headache before they could clear her away from concussion. So no track right now. Also, they examined her where she was struck. It is swollen, and there is a possible fracture, skull fracture. Not sure yet.
No fucking way does she have a skull fracture from that. But by the way, the reason why this girl's so well put together is, look, she got a dad in the background and a mom. She got a mom and a dad. Of course, they've cut out the black man. Typical media.
We'll have to wait till the swelling go down and possibly go back and do some imaging just to see exactly what that's going to be.
Oh, Jesus. Come on, Lauren. Listen, Lauren. Not that black mark. She says it's an earring. No, not that one. What the fuck you looking at? Lauren, not that black mark down here. I'm talking about this one on her cheek that's like where, like, weirdo chicks put rouge or that red shit to make it look like you're ready for the cock. She got a black line there, and I'm telling you, that's from... Someone says it's melasma or something. I don't know what it is, but that's not good. You can't have black marks on your face. Oh, I'm driving. Jesus criminy. Get in a fucking accident now. Driving. You're worse than me. Listen, you just listen to the show. We'll tell you what's going on. You don't just... This show's not... When you're driving, this show's not interactive. For fuck's sake, I'm going to get a note from your mom or dad telling me that I can't do the show because your daughter into a shitty driver when she's listening to it. Plus, how fucking old are you? This show's too old. You shouldn't be listening to a show like this. Jesus Christ. It's makeup. No, Katie. At most I'm going to give you is that she got some sort of diabetes thing going there and that she's trying to hide it by putting makeup on it. You know what I mean? Like when someone has a twitch, you ever met someone who's like Tourette's? And they just kind of go, like, if they have a twitch, they go with it. So it seems like they don't really have the twitch. You're 42? Look like you're fucking 12 in that photo. For fuck's sake. Update your photo, crying out loud.
Okay, thank you. I want to make sure I understood.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say anything 6 o'clock. Whatever possible. I'm not saying that.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about how you're feeling right now. So you have to take some time off.
Yeah, this is
You
a
kind
good
of
point.
ended your
And now
track
Katie's
season.
talking. We need to see the other
You
side
know,
of her
just how
too.
you feel 24 hours later about everything that happened.
Hey, Katie,
I still can't believe it. I'm still in shock. Like everyone's
what if she has that? What if she has the diabetes mark on one side, but so to throw people off because it's weird, she puts black paint on the other side, like to match it. What about that? Can we agree on that? I'm willing to meet you guys halfway. I'm willing to give you Crimea.
texting me, checking up on me, and I appreciate that. But like, I'm still trying to take it all in. I can't believe it happened.
I know things happen, but clearly this crossed the line. If you had a chance to say something to this person, what would you say to them today?
Why did you do it? And why haven't you apologized yet?
Yo, bitch, wait till I fuck your boyfriend. That's what she'd say to her. That's what I'd say to her. What did someone say? Yeah, that's exact. Yeah, but it's. What if this is the paint side? No. Someone said that's exactly what it is. Isabel Smart. Oh, you think that is what it is? She got the diabetes on one side, so she paints the line on the other just to balance that shit out. All right, I'm with you. Two hours. I was just thinking. I think I do 20 hours a week on the podcast, which is nuts. I was thinking about that yesterday. I would have never thought that I would be talking to a computer for 20 hours a day if you asked me. Okay, so that's the Baton girl. That's the whole Baton thing. Looks like nothing's gonna happen. And the mom's like, hey, she's a sister. I don't want to fuck her life up. She has parents too. At the end of the day, that's someone's fucking daughter. Everyone be cool. At the end of the day, Cooper Marsh is a good dude, just trying to make ends meet. He's got a kid at home. Everyone chill. Everyone take it down a notch. Everyone's cool. But the tattling, dude, you got to stop with the tattling. No one in their right mind cares about like calling Ellie retarded or anything or whatever. Like no one no one likes her any more or less for it. Like just be chill. Stop with the tattletale stuff. No one cares. No one cares if the guy on the CAC has some weird sexual fetishes. Like you're judging him for that. You're calling him homophobic when all he does is talk about sucking the skin off a dick, and then you're just stop, dude. Everyone chill. Just DM him and tell him. It was so cool. Do you remember that time? Let's talk about how cool Patrick Vellner is. Patrick Vellner DM'd Taylor one time and called him a cuck. Like, yeah, just be cool, dude. It's okay. It's all good. It's chill. And gaping. Gaping's disgusting. I report him for that. Everything's chill, but the tattletaling, dude, it's just too I mean, it's the era of the internet. It's so funny too being in the presence with these people too, because they take it all so seriously. Like everyone gets all quiet and uncomfortable and no one wants to make eye contact, and they take everything so fucking seriously. You need more context for telling the lab guys take clips of videos and send them around, or they'll say stuff like, "You're friends with so and so, so I can't be friends with you." They do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like imagine I don't know imagine basically people have been taking clips and sending them to HQ and around tattling, like send it to our sponsors and shit like that, being like, these guys talk like this, how dare you be affiliated with them? Like Halpin does that shit all the time. Just cancel culture shit. And it's like, dude, we're not. They're confused because they're one, it makes them look really bad. Two, they're playing the professional victim, and three, they're so confused because none of that matters to us. Think of how fucked. Just think about the situation Taylor's in, and like you would have to be a complete fucking idiot to get an entanglement with him. Let me explain this character that is Taylor's self. Young guy. Tough upbringing. Dad passes away. goes on a suicidal fucking rampage with drugs and alcohol, gets his life together, goes to rehab, switches from being a very selfish person to a very giving person, and still very young, and expressing himself full of testosterone, clearly works on himself really fucking hard, puts himself on the line every single fucking week, and then also is humble enough to do those videos with McCoy. And if anyone ever says anything to him, gives him feedback, he takes it. And through all of that character that is him, this dynamic character that's like swears and cusses and loves on people and is generous with his time, and just this full fucking complete fucking like he's a complete human, from the anger to the happiness to the highs to the lows. And he's built a business around that. So he like there's nothing Taylor's going to say that's going to hurt his business. Like no one signed up for Sentinel and is like, I can't believe that guy talked about playing the skin flute. I can't believe he talked about, like, there's L bouncing off his dick 50 times. Like there's like, you can't win with him. He's built a whole, everyone who's friends with Taylor and everyone who gives him money and uses his services knows exactly what they're in for. They know what they're getting. It's like the iPhone. It does not matter how many times you tell me 1,000 kids died last year, slave labor kids, for making these phones. I'm still buying them. There's no amount. There's no amount of bad PR that you could give Apple. Like, I don't care if they were fucking giving these to the Hamas guys for free. I'm still buying one next year. There's nothing. It would be so fucking hard for me not to buy an iPhone. Like what it would take. I would have some rationale for it. Well, they killed 1,000 Chinese, but I've saved 3,000 Chinese kids. You know what I mean? I would come up with some rationale. And so you're one, if you don't understand just the phenomenal fucking powerhouse of fucking that is Taylor Self, and you can't get behind his mission and what he's all about, you have character flaw anyway. But then you're fucking full-blown retarded if you think that you're going to fucking stand up against him. Because his army and his community, they're already bought in for who he is. It's the same thing with fucking Hiller. These people, they're not collecting money from fucking Nike or Adidas. They're not relying on anyone's they're not on anyone's tip. They're not trying to, they earned every single one of their clients and every single one of their views for who they are. They never fucking bent the knee. They're not the fucking buttery bros. They're completely authentic. I don't mean that as a dig towards the buttery bros. It just is what it is. And so it's like, you're fucked hearted if you, and then all you're doing by tattling on them or going about that method, you're just hurting yourself. That shit is not going to fucking work on them. It's going to fucking backfire. Tattling on me or Hiller or Taylor or saying so-and-so can't come on our show or dude, you guys, different strategy. I know emotionally you're not used to it maybe. And so it's an emotional response, or like you've convinced yourself it's some sort of ethical response, but you're fucking way off base. You're completely fucking off base. You're not even close to being correct. All right, that's it for now. So I hope that explained it, Jeffrey Birchfield. In your world, you think that calling someone a retard is bad? That's not even like that in our world. There's so much fucking depth in our fucking life. Like, calling someone a retard is like nothing. Like nothing. There's so much depth in character and hurt and insight and self-reflection. Like, you take the opportunity to work on yourself. This one's gonna sting, but you guys are like mental midgets compared to us. Definitely a mental midget compared to Taylor. He's a fucking emotional fucking giant, and although he has emotional outbursts, his emotional IQ is fucking otherworldly, and he works on it every single fucking day. Same with fucking Hiller. Same with a lot of fucking people I know. You're gonna get fucking left behind. You're just like holding on to your tiny little piece of pie instead of letting the fucking thing just grow. It's okay. Some of you knuckleheads are acting like that girl. No one's thinking about me. I have feelings too. It's like, dude, get over yourself. I wish you'd suck my dick this hard. I probably would if I knew you. Jason Plummer, no one's coming to save you. Better get your circle square. Self-sufficient is the way some people get with it earlier. This is Taylor and Hiller. Yeah. In that, I mean, just Hiller can give away so much fucking for free. The Erica Folo piece is classic. That it just shows like there's no stopping him. So I'm just telling you that at the end, you're fighting by some of the actions that these people who don't like us are taking. It's only going to bite you in the butt. I'm telling you. Even if you have to fake it for a while, but just self-reflect. I mean, the Rad Global is the perfect example. How did those guys ever get fucking upset at me when fucking half the show fucking loved the shoes? You should have leaned into that and played it. It would have been so fucking funny. You guys fucked it all up. Just because I told you you're being whiny little bitches because you couldn't sell your shoes at Wadapalooza. Another perfect example. All right. Love you guys. What is today? I don't even have to pee and I'm getting off. Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow Greg Glassman's coming on. Let's just do a quick little search. Coffee pods doesn't 2 p.m. today, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh, is that today? Nope, that's tomorrow. Pedro show. No, okay. Get with the programming. The Chase and Bill show, live shows, upcoming live streams. Nope, nothing. Oh, no, they have something today. It's today the 11th? Okay, they have a show today at 11:30 a.m. So in a couple hours. Oh, Sousa has a show today. Today Tuesday, Sousa show? Okay, Sousa has a show. That'll be the next show. Anyway, sign up for your CEO membership now. The episodes will be live in the next few minutes. Episodes 1, 2, and 3. And remember, you can't ever not drink enough Paper Street coffee. All right. Sign up for the CEO membership. Start getting the behind the scenes now. Bye-bye.